Okay, so this is what I've got for dinner. These I've had in the freezer for I have no idea how long, but I'm kind of doing something similar to what IKEA does with theirs, where they just serve them with meatballs. They do veggies. These are leftover from Sunday. I'm going to saute up some red onion in the, I forget which one it is from Trader Joe's, but I actually got the idea from Kim Flanagan in one of her Trader Joe's. She puts it on Impossible burgers, so it's actually really good, especially on the meatballs. But then I'm just gonna top it with the romesco dip, kind of like as a sauce, and then I'm probably just gonna serve it over greens, throw in some of those beans, and call it a day. I don't usually measure, but I just did a little drizzle over the top, enough to cover, and then that will get the juices going a little bit, and then I'll check back when it's cooked down a little bit. So this is what they look like, almost done. They've really started to caramelize, really soft. They absorb almost all the liquid. So this is the final product, everything plated up. I just added a salad on the side with the vegan dill something from Trader Joe's, but there's the roasted cauliflower and veggie from Sunday's leftover, the caramelized onions, veggie meatballs, and then I topped it with the romesco sauce from Trader Joe's. Okay, so I'm just kind of trying things. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I just Googled fall spices. What I found is a lot of like sweeter, smoother, I don't know. But I thought carrots might pair well with those things because you can do like honey roasted carrots. So I thought, hey, let's try it. So I'm gonna do cardamom, which is already on there, a little bit of cloves, and then I'm gonna do rosemary because you can't do fall spices without rosemary. And then I'm gonna try to even it out a little bit with onion and garlic powder, and then maybe a little bit of salt. We'll see what happens, and I'll let you know if it tastes good or not. So I'm just sticking these in the air fryer at 425 for about 30 minutes. I'll probably add some thyme at the end, but then I'm also gonna add peppers halfway through. But carrots take a lot longer, so these just go in and sit while I do other stuff. Okay, I'm running late, so I'm just gonna quickly record this. This is similar to the meal I did the other night. I just took my greens that were left over, chopped up some cabbage, tomatoes, carrots, and red onion, and then more of those IKEA meatballs, the caramelized onions, some black beans, and roasted veggies that I just made. I'm gonna top that in the romesco, just like I did the other night. And then this, I'm probably just gonna do a salad dressing that I have in my fridge at work. So I'll have salad and this, whatever that is, for lunch for 2 days. And that's just quick meal prep of cleaning out what I have left in the fridge. So this last recipe here is just a potato salad I found on, I forget whose page, I'll link it down below, but it's really easy. You just chop up some potatoes, you chop up some, you chop up some peppers and tomatoes. I use cherry tomatoes. And then you take, it's 2 parts barbecue sauce to 1 part mustard. You mix all that in a bowl and it's set. It's literally the easiest potato salad I've ever made. So this is what we got for potatoes. This is about 1.5 pounds. I just chopped them, tried to do them evenly. Some of them are definitely smaller than the others, but those are about to go in the oven to cook for about probably 45 minutes. I just dressed them up with a little bit of avocado oil, salt, and pepper, and then into the oven they go. So whenever I make a meal with onions for the family, I just chop it and leave it in a container on the side, just because half my family doesn't like red onion or any type of onion. Okay, then for this one, it's just chopped up tomatoes and then red pepper. There's also chopped up onion that I will add at the time of serving for whoever wants it, but then it's just gonna be the potatoes and then 1 part barbecue sauce to 2 parts mustard. Okay, these have been in here for about a half an hour. I just took them out, shook them up a little bit. Gonna put them in for about another 10 to 15 minutes to get them a little bit more brown. I'm just taking my tofu out of the press. Then I'm going to cut it, add the barbecue sauce, and stick it back in the fridge to let that marinate for a little while. And that's that. Okay, so here's the tofu cut up. I do it usually 12 slices down and then I cut it in half. And then I have these little pieces. So this is just barbecue. It was a lot thicker than I thought, so I just kind of took a knife and slathered both sides and then I topped a little bit more. This will go into the fridge so that whenever I'm ready to eat it, I'll just take out however many pieces I want, put it in the air fryer for about 20 minutes probably on like a 425 to let it get really crispy. And then I can put it on sandwiches, salads. I can even just serve it with roasted vegetables. It's just a great protein source and it's ready, kind of not on the go because it still takes 20 minutes, but it's pretty quick when I'm plating everything up to just throw that in and then add it to my plate at the end. So here's one example of what I did with that tofu. I just baked it in the air fryer for about 15 minutes as I was cutting up the tomatoes, avocado, onion, and getting the ciabatta with the spring mix. So then when the tofu was baked, I just added it to the sandwich. And a second example here of tofu scramble with that same tofu. I took the barbecue tofu, caramelized onions, added tomato, and then just had it with pancakes and fruit.